drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. Champagne Perrier, finish friends on my face. Looking like I'm from the deep, these no Cartiers. Pockets deep, 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 bro. I can make it in my seat, bro. Do you, I'm doing me, bro. Making noise, use a beat, bro. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, 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 whoa. Neighborhood on the scene, neighborhood on the strip. Neighborhood be the name, neighborhood no crib. Neighborhood that's me, neighborhood that's Nick. Neighborhood do the dance, neighborhood do the deal. Okay, thought I'd never make it like no way. I'm the real deal, no role play. My days off, that's no days. No, I hustle hard, young rose. E be the shooter, that's cold case. Those on the deals, that's brose. Got no pay, yo, no say. Okay, this the new, tell them read it. Been the one since the fetus. Don't sleep on me, Tempur-Pedic. That's a no, no, no. Spending dope for no reason. Got a ball head, Mr. Cleaner. Heard the big bags overseas, then we gon' go, go, go. Whoa, I press the button and the doors go off like, whoa. That money clip us now, the new now looks like, whoa. Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I press the button and the doors.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, listen, welcome to my new show, the Unfiltered 15, where I'm going to give you, we're going to talk about things in 15 minutes. All right, 15 minutes or less. All right, 15 minutes or less. So I want to hop right into it. About today, there's accountability in the village. Right. And so I want to say a shout out to everybody that's going to be in the chat. What the funk? Thank you for being here, man. He said, yo, you finally live in my time. Absolutely, my brother. He said, what's up? And good morning. And let me share. Go ahead and share this, brother. I appreciate you, man. But I'm gonna get back to there's accountability in the village. Right. We talk about having a village in our community, in our Black community. And some people in our community, people like Scam Likely said, there is no Black community, right? Because the definition of community is not something that us as a culture reflects. But that's another story. That's another thing we could talk about at a later date. But today we're talking about there's accountability in the village. And when we say there's accountability in the village, I know a lot of people say Black men, all we do is talk about, but let's talk about Black men first and get that out of the way. Yes, should we hold Black men accountable? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? When things go wrong, and I think Black men do hold Black men accountable. I think we're better at holding each other accountable than it is for our counterparts. Right? We hold each other accountable. But what I want to talk about today is why does the accountability, why doesn't it include all of our culture? Right? Good morning, Jenny. Why does it include all of our culture when it comes to whatever it is? Why are we not holding each other accountable? Why is it okay for you to see young women, our Black women, our women, period? Why, when it comes to seeing women get out of line, and they're out of line and they're out dropping their kids off at people's houses and leaving for 3 or 4 days and dropping and just leaving their kids with anybody just to go party, just to go have fun with their friends? Why aren't we saying, no, you can't drop your kids off? I'm not going to keep your kids. I'm not going to celebrate your toxicity. I'm not going to celebrate your irresponsible. If you decide to go out and have children and you're having the children and you decide to be the children, whether in a 2-parent home or 1-parent home, those kids are your responsibility. So if the kids are your responsibility, all that partying, if you wanted to do all of that, you should have kept your legs closed or use some type of contraceptive until you were ready to have children. How does this make sense? How does this make sense? Somebody tell me. When you have kids, you have to. We live in these women. We have this sisterhood that says they're cheering it, and they're cheering it on, and they're saying, "Hey, listen, girl, you're able to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Girl, you can go party. Girl, go live your best life." No, if you want to live your best life, you want to use your life to lay on the bed, open your legs, and let a man skeet up in you, get you pregnant. You have the baby, and now the baby is everybody else's responsibility and not yours. Now, when we talk about the village is not something that celebrates your wrongdoing. The village is something that helps you and uplifts you and encourages you. That's what the village is for. The example, because everybody needs an example of what the village is. The village is when you have a child and you say, you know what, I want to go to college and I want to get my life together, and I don't want to allow me being a single mom to translate over to my child. So I want to be a great example for my child. Let me get a great job, a great responsibility. Let me get a great career so I can help with my child, because the chances of me getting married again may not happen. The chances of a man wanting to be with me may not happen, because a lot of men don't want to be with women that have children. I have to fend for myself if I'm a single parent. And so in doing that, the village steps in and says, you know what, we got you. I'll keep your child while you're at school. I'll keep your child while you're working 16-hour days. I got you. Mama said I got you. Aunt says I got you. Uncle says I got you. But when it comes to keep my kids so I can travel out of town to go and have sex with several men, keep my kids so I can go to the club, keep my kids, keep my kids so I can party, keep my kids so I can go smoke, keep my kids so I can go with this guy and this guy and this guy. We're not holding each other accountable. Or well, women they're out in public and they're cursing out their men in Walmart line and standing in line at Walmart. They're cussing out their husbands. They're cussing out their fiancés. Nobody steps in. Women are not held accountable. They're not held accountable. If a man sees another man hits a woman in public, he'll say, "Hey, bro, chill. Whoa, chill." Right? Not all men. Some men, a majority of men will do that. But black women can stand in line and see a woman just profusely cursing out a man, beating him down, talking to him any kind of way, right? Maybe even putting our hands on him. I've seen videos, guys. If you want the Bible of toxicity, all you have to do is go over to go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, right? Go to Twitch and all these different sites, and you'll see women are becoming more aggressive. They're ready to fight. They want to curse you out. They want to call you names. Right? Even my brother from another mother, Sir Hill Speaks, had a show the other day where he had an acronym for DROP. He said you either have when women get mad at you and they get upset with you, the first thing they do is he had an acronym, DROP, drop. Either you got a little dick, right? They're gonna mess up your reputation. Oh, it's just your opinion, right? And I forgot what the P was. What was the P? But we have to. But anyway, we have to be able. We have to be able to hold people accountable, right? Right. I'm looking at the chat right now, and I'm looking at what the funk, man. I'm glad you guys are here. Stay in the chat, man. Make sure y'all share this live. Swim Champ saying, "Yo, what's up, Black Man Unfiltered?" He said, "Is this a reply?" No, not a reply. Accountability is. I'm just talking about accountability in the village. We need the village. The village is very important. But in that village, guys, we need people to be held accountable. Yes, the village is here to help you with your children when needed, but the village is not to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to award bad behavior by keeping your kids while you out making more kids. I'm not going to say you can bring your babies over here when you're out letting other men inside of you. Haven't you learned already? The average single mom has 3 children. Haven't you learned already? Why are you still out having sex? Why are you even thinking about sex when you have children to raise? Why are you still thinking about the club when you have children to raise? Right? Brother Red, good morning. How are you? Swim Champ, how are you? What the funk? I already spoke to you, but how are you, man? Thank you guys for being here. Please share this as we move forward. But we're not going to award bad behavior, and that's what we do. We want the village. We want to be able to go over mama house and drop the kids off at mama house and be gone for 2 or 3 days because we know mama loves us. We take advantage of our own mama. We take advantage of our own uncles, our own dads, we take advantage of our families because we still want to go out and do the things that put us in the situation that we're in. I recommend therapy. You have to go get therapy and figure out, why do I still need to be a part of the party life when I have children? Why do I still have to continue to live the life I live to get me here? Because a lot of women be like, I got it. But the thing that you have to understand is, how are you going to trust you to get you out of what you got you into? Guys, that's so eloquent. I'm going to say it again. This goes for men and women on this one. We have to go seek some type of therapy. We have to seek some type of therapy with someone. We also have to look in the mirror. And I heard someone say this, and I can't give credit to the person because I don't remember who said it. But somebody said this. I think it was Angelus from the Great Pill podcast says, no matter what you do, you cannot sneak up on a mirror. You're still going to see the reflection of yourself in the mirror. And sometimes we have to have self-reflection. Look in that mirror and say, I laid down and had sex with this man and got pregnant with these children. And I have a responsibility to these children because I've chosen to let them live. I've chosen to take care of them. I've chosen to be their mother. And since I've made this choice, and I made a bad choice of man because now he is so lame that he don't even want to be in the child's life. So now I have to do this as a single mother. I made a choice, and since I've made a choice to go sleep with a man unprotected, and to choose a man that didn't want to protect me, and now I am in the position to singly protect my children. And since you are in the position to do that with your children, you have to step up and take care of what it is that you need to take care of. There's accountability in the village. Yes, we will help you and aspire you to be great. We will aspire you to be great, guys, in this last minute. We will aspire you to be great. But you have to understand, greatness comes with a cost. We will support you as long as you're doing what you need to do to get you out of the situation you are in. But what we will not do, we will not award bad behavior. We're not keeping your kids for you to party. We're not keeping your kids for you to go make more kids. We're not going to allow you to continue to talk to your husband any kind of way when he's out working hard and trying to do whatever he needs to do. Right? Because you do have men out here that are not with these women that are taking care of their children. Let's be honest here. Over 51% of men, according to the CDC, are in the homes with their children, taking care of their children. 33% of black men are graduating college. Let's not negate the fact that black men are coming back in an alarming rate. They're coming back to their responsibilities. And we have some women that say they're single moms. How the hell can you be a single mom when the dad is contributing financially? If the father is contributing financially through child support or through his own money to you, you're not a single parent. Stop using that excuse. You're not a single parent. You're a parent. Because the man is stepping up and helping you with the child, whether through child support system or just putting the money in your hands. So let's stop using that as an excuse. Because what I've come to understand that people love toxicity so much because it gets them the attention that they want. Let me say it again. People love toxicity so much. They love it. They embrace it because they love the attention that it brings. The attention that it brings. Guys, we're getting close to the end here, right? Because I have 15 minutes of talk time. I have to allow the intro and the outro. So the intro and the outro doesn't account for the 15. But I have 1 more minute left, guys, and we're going to be out. Right? It's called Swim Champ. Thank you so much. It's called Swim Champ says here that it is called co-parenting. Swim Champ, I'm trying to preach today. Right? What the funk told me to keep cooking. Yes, sir. I'm here to cook. All right, what the funk? I want to get into the comments here because we love sex and chaos versus accountability and raising positive generations. Absolutely. Jenny said it's all about pride. Yes, if you're a biblical person and a spiritual person, you do understand that pride comes before the fall. You're going to fall if you have too much pride. Linda said homeschool your kids, period. Yes, homeschool your kids, but Linda, they have to have the accountability to homeschool their children. A lot of women don't want the responsibility. I'm going to homeschool my child, and you make the decision for that huge responsibility, and you drop the kids off at your mama house, and then your mama becomes the homeschooling teacher. We have to take responsibility for our actions and what we do. Women have to take responsibility that I chose a lame dude, because there are lame dudes out here. I chose a lame dude to lay down with because I wanted to have an orgasm, and I laid down with a man. He got one, I got one, and then now I got one baby, and now I have to take care of this baby because this lame dude is not going to step up to the plate. You knew he was lame because women say in our community that they have women intuition, so they know when a man is trash. So when they know when a man is trash, you know a man is trash, how do you let that override your common sense not to lay down with this man? Because if a man, listen to me, guys, if a man is only coming to your house for a piece of ass, right? If he's only coming to your house, if a man can't take you, and I'm going to go lower, if a man can't take you to Red Lobster and get you a $17 seafood plate, why in the hell do you think he's going to get you a $24 box of diapers when he busting you and get you pregnant? Why is it? Why do you think that? Let me say it again, and then we're going to close for today. Ladies, listen to me. I'm not against you. I'm for you. But I'm also for the fact that you need to have some type of responsibility and accountability for the decisions that you make. Yes, you're going to say, why did he talk about the men? Yes, there are some lame men out here that are looking to target you. And if you are a target of a lame man, then what does that say about you? If you attract lame men, what does that say about you? There has to be some accountability. That, like I said, going back to what Angela said, you cannot sneak up on a mirror. You have to look in the mirror and understand the men out here are not blaming you for everything, but you got to take accountability for some things. You got that child. You lay down with a lame dude. You knew he was lame, but the penis meant more to you than a responsibility. A lame dude don't care about busting a nut in you, because he know he's going to run from his responsibility. So we have to see what gravitates toward us. What gravitates toward us? If we're gravitating men that are not taking care of their children, if we're not taking care of, if we're not, only the men that come to us are the ones that want to get us pregnant and leave. We have to look at self. We have to look at self. Linda Morris, where are you from, Linda? Where are you from? Let me know where you're from. All right. I'm glad to have you here. If you haven't subscribed, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We've had this conversation. Let's move on. But I went a little bit over my time because, passion always comes before. So I'll get to getting acclimated to this 15. I knew my passion would take me a little bit over. But I want to get to the chat first because you guys make it possible. Linda says, I was at home with my three kids until they were at least 8 years old, each one. Now they are 32, 29, and 27. Independent and strong. All right. Linda says, none of my children have kids yet. Linda, you're in France. Oh, okay. You're American, but you're in France. Thank you, Linda. All the way from France. Thank you so much, Linda. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when I go live. I will be trying to do these every day. I will do these every day, whether pre-recorded or live. I'll do live on the weekends, and I'll probably do pre-recorded during the week. All right. Jenny, last comment. You allow that negativity in your life. You did. Take accountability for what you allow into your life. All right. So Linda, thank you for being a great mom. Thank you for doing the work. But accountability is key, guys. And I'm going to say this before I leave. Mandrell, my brother's here. Mandrell, thank you for being here this morning, my brother. Good morning to you. Brother Red, thank you, man. I appreciate you for being here today. All right, guys, if you want to donate to the channel, you can go ahead and donate to the channel by giving a cash app, which is running at the bottom of the screen. If you do want to go ahead and give a super chat, you can also do a super chat as well. I would appreciate anything that you give. Right, Linda. You know what? A lot of people don't appreciate that, Linda. Thank you for subscribing. She says, yes, I have subscribed all the way from France. Man, amazing. Thank you. Let's see here. And she said, thank you for your rawness. I will continue to do that, Linda. Not a problem at all, guys. So again, I went over my time today, but this is my opening day. So I can have a right to do that, to go over my time. All right. Linda says, and my kids speak fluent French. Linda, are you married, Linda? Are you married? All right. We're going to wait on Linda to answer that question. Are you married, Linda? And I'm not asking it for a bad reason. I'm asking it because it sounds like you're a great woman. And if you're not married, I definitely have a husband for you. Matter of fact, Linda, he's in the chat right now. So is Linda married? Let's see what she says, guys. But again, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, because this is something new that I'm bringing to the platform, that I'm bringing to the network. All right. This is Unfiltered 15. Right. Well, I will give you guys something to think about in 15 minutes or less. Today, I'm going to go over, because this is the introduction to the show. So this show will go over a little bit today. All right. Because I want to talk to you guys, get you guys acclimated to what it is that I'm doing with this. All right. All right. Miss Linda hasn't answered yet. All right. But anyway, thank you again, guys. Thank you, Miss Linda. Thank you, Mandrell, for being here. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Brother Red, for being here. Thank you, let's see here, Swim Champ, for being here. What the Funk, thank you for being here, man. I'm glad I'm in your time zone. He's in Germany. We have Germany. We have France in the building. Come on, man. Come on, man. Someone's listening to me in France right now. It's amazing. All right. Let's see here. Thank everyone who came. Oh, thank you, Linda. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. She said, I will donate. Thank you so much, Linda. It's people like you that keep this channel moving forward. And Linda, also, I don't know what your time zone is and how, I don't know what your time zone looks like. Jenny has put the cash up down at the bottom as well, as I also have it running at the bottom. Thank you, Jenny. But I don't know what your time zone is, but I do have shows on Tuesday. It's called Talk That Talk Tuesday, when we have a mixed panel of men and women. We discuss things in our community. We discuss things about our culture. We have some great conversations there. This Tuesday coming up. All right. Oh, she says she's now divorced. Oh, Linda, wow. She says she's single. Mandrell, Ms. Linda says she's in France. She has 3 children. They're 32, 29, and 27. They're all independent and strong. Her kids are fluent in different languages, and so is she. So, Ms. Linda, if you are single, I have a brother that's amazing. His name is Mandrell. Mandrell is in the chat right now. Yes. So if you want to put your email in the back, your email something safe in the back, like an email or something, I can and put it in my private chat. I will definitely share that. She says she's ready for love. Okay. All right. Well, put your email. Can you put your email in my let's see here. What I'm gonna do is, Linda, I'm gonna drop a link. And when I drop the link, click on that link. It'll bring you into my stream, and then it'll allow you to put your email into my private chat. Okay, this is for Linda only. Let me get Linda in here. Let me see. All right, Linda, there you go. All right, so Linda, I put there it is. There's the link right there. So once you click on that link I just put in the chat, it'll bring you into my live, and then you're able to go into the private chat. I won't bring you up on my screen or anything, but it'll allow you to go into the private chat and put in your email, and I'll have Mandrell reach out to you. If Mandrell, are you still there? If Mandrell is still there, I'll have Mandrell come up so you can see who Mandrell is and what he looks like. Come on, man. This, like I said again, guys, we're going to go over it today, because I'm getting you guys acclimated to what the show is about, what we're going to be talking about, so on and so forth. Okay, so I won't go over 30 today. I'm pretty much doing 2 shows. All right, so you're 6 hours ahead. So okay, so our shows are at 8:30 on Tuesday, 8:30 Central Standard Time on Tuesday, And then on Wednesday we have a sports show, which if you're okay with sports, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Mandrell, the guy that I'm talking about, he will he has a show at 8:30 Central Standard Time called Unapologetic. He does it with his sister, his baby sister, with Unapologetic with Mandrell and Shushu, and that's 8:30 Central Standard Time. And then on Friday we have Barbershop Talk with the fellas, and that's 8:30 Central Time as well. Linda is 6 hours ahead. Linda, like I said, if you want to put your email or if you want to put your IG, whatever it is, I will get that over to Mandrell. And she says she's ready for love. Matter of fact, I'll bring Mandrell up. Mandrell, click the StreamYard link, and I'll bring you up so she can see who you are and what you're about, brother. Also, Mandrell is an ex military guy. He served his country well. He's a funny guy. He's a direct guy. And if you like the way that I brought it raw today, you will love him because he's like that all the time. And so I'm all about love, baby. So if that's what it is, and Mandrell can if Mandrell can cam up in a few minutes, I'll get Mandrell up here. Mandrell, hit that link, the StreamYard link. Come on up here, brother. Linda Morris is 6 hours ahead. So at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, there is when I'll be going live. So I don't know if you're up that late, Linda. But Linda, you can always watch the replays. I have so much content that you can go watch. So much content. But thank you for donating. I appreciate it. Whatever, however you donated today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. Mandrell, are you coming up? Tamika, hey, Tamika, how are you doing this morning? Okay, hold on. Let me put the link back in there again. Hold on a second. It's going to be a StreamYard link. You should be able to see it in 3, 2, 1. There we go. I look in the chat. You'll see the link. That's the link that you'll use to get on. The link that you'll use to get on. And then I'll have Mandrell come up as well. The link that you'll use. All right. You should see it. Matter of fact, I'll pin it to the top so you can see it. All right. It should be pinned to the top. Good morning, Tamikia. How are you? But guys, while we're waiting on those two, I'm waiting on Mandrell to come up, and I'm waiting on Linda to come up as well. And then once you two come up, matter of fact, you guys can also talk in the background. So nobody will be able to see you, but you guys will be able to converse, type back and forward once you guys click on the link. So waiting on Mandrell to click the link and then waiting on you to click the link. Linda, do you see it? Give me a 1 in the chat if you can see it. All right, Tamika, we're talking about accountability in the village, right? We're not going to, in a community, to solve problems, we have to meet problems head on, right? And so when we meet problems head on, what I mean by that is that we have to meet problems where they are, but we have to meet them head on. We have to treat them as an emergency, right? And so we cannot allow at any cost, we cannot allow or celebrate bad behavior. And I think that's what the influence is, that we feel like our women feel like they can go out and do whatever they want to do and they're protected. They can do whatever they want to do, and mama's still gonna keep all their kids. They still gonna be able to go out and party, still be able to go out and make, more babies, still go out and be irresponsible. And yes, we're talking about the women today because the women are the foundation. I believe that the women are the foundation and the anchor of the community. And without the Black woman, where would we be? And so there's so much passion behind it because we want our Black women to be the nurturers that they are. They are nurturers, right? Mandrell said he's on his way, so he sees the link. Linda, if you see the link, you can go ahead and click the link as well. Linda, all the way from France, guys. All the way from France. Appreciate that, Linda. I'm gonna make a love connection right here. Overseas love connection. All right. And Jenny says here, Tamikia says, we are the backbone. That is correct. You are absolutely correct. Jenny says, I believe we need more humility and less hubris in our community. Yes, that is correct, guys. That is correct. So listen, I'm gonna bring Tamikia up. Um, all right. So she said, so you can donate by Cash App, Linda. That's rolling at the bottom of the screen, or you could do a super chat as well. And if you want to donate, hon, thank you so much for wanting to donate and give. All right. So I'm gonna bring Tamikia up first. Like I said, this show is called Unfiltered 15. It would normally go 15 minutes or less, but this is the opening show, so it's going to go a little bit longer. I'm probably going to go into 35 minutes. We're at 30 minutes right now. So I'm going to bring up Tamikia right now. Tamikia, you said you were just saying this. What were you saying, hon?
Good morning. Yes, I was just talking about this with my friends the other day. I just had a revelation that the reason why I think the state of the Black community is where it's at in totality, because especially with our boys and our young men, in the manner in which they need the tools in order to build these families and to have these strong base, nuclear families that we need. But we need the men, but the men are being raised by their single mothers or their grandmothers, or just a second off family member, whoever can take them whenever mama needs to go out and do what she needs to do. But I think the key of it all is Black women, because Black women are the backbone of the community. If we raise the children, and we are the people who pass on culture, and we're out here doing, our culture right now is self-centered. Some of the things that I've been hearing on panels, especially with grown women, I've been in spaces with grown women talking, y'all, and you can just hear the nonsense that comes out their mouth, and you're just like, damn, this is a mom. She got 3 kids at home, and this is how she's talking. She needs to put herself first. She ain't trying to be like her mother, who sacrificed and put her family first. But because she put her family first and didn't like the results Granny has, now I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna put myself first, and everything else comes second to me. And that's not how it's supposed to be, ma'am. It's inverse. It's supposed to be the other way around. But we want to giggle and laugh about the work of a woman. And I think too, one of the key things is the moment that women started to devalue their roles as wives and mothers, when that no longer was good enough to be, okay, this is what I do. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. This is what I do. When that stopped getting devalued, that's when we started tanking. That's when Black women stopped leaving. They left their posts. They left their duty. They no longer appreciated those roles, because now it's more important to go get a quote unquote career, which most women out here are working jobs. Y'all are working jobs. Another thing that was said in a room by a grown woman here recently was like, I don't respect my husband like I respect my job. I don't like to take criticism from my husband, but it's easier for me to take criticism from my job. And I said, that's what's wrong with you Black women today. Y'all need to start respecting y'all. You men, y'all want respect. Y'all need to start having y'all women. You need to have her respect you like you respect that job. Okay, like she respect getting to the bag, like she respect chasing the money, like she respect, because it's a different level of respect. It's a different level of toleration that she'll have. It's a different level of patience she'll have. It's a different level of understanding she'll come to the table, because she needs to know that she got to understand her role and her position at that job in order to secure that bag. And so she needs to start approaching her man just like that, because I bet we'll have better outcomes. So I don't know. You right. And one of the things that I'm really hurt about, or that's really kind of like turn my spirit down, which is why I'm trying to like remove myself from some of these spaces, for real, is just because after a while you listen. I've been in these spaces for about, really heavy in these spaces since November of last year. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 8 months, y'all. It's tearing my spirit down, because one, I'm not like most of these women. I used to be. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I used to be. I used to have this mindset. I used to be self-centered, self-oriented. F these niggas. I'm out here getting. I'm sorry. I don't know if I can say that or not. I'm out here getting what I need and what I want, and I'm worried about everything else second. But that's not the mentality that you need to move it, especially if you're saying that eventually you want to be a wife and a mother. I don't understand it. Like, and just as much as we put into our careers, just as much as we put forethought into our degrees, just as much as we put forethought into our friendships, just as much as we put forethought into what we want for ourselves, we should be doing that for our relationships, our marriages, and how we're raising our children. And I don't think that there's enough forethought, enough intentionality behind that, because women have stopped devaluing the very thing that they were built to do. And that's dangerous. So yes, I believe that women are the backbone of the community, which is why we are seeing the results that we have today. And I don't think it's going to get any better. I think that there's going to be a shift, which I see a shift happening, but I think you're probably going to tip the scales just about 30%. And I still feel like a 30% tip is better than nothing. And we should just appreciate those things instead of trying to worry about getting the full collective of the Black community on the same page. Because I just do not think that's realistic. And the more time we continue to try to want to pull everybody on the boat, when Noah had to get on the boat, he took his family after a while of begging and trying to tell people and pulling people and letting people know what's about to happen. He took his family and the animals that was gonna come. Okay. And we just got to start doing that, y'all. We just got to start taking who's gonna come. And we got to start ignoring the people that's out here wanting to live the way that they want to live. And I rest my case.
Man, and you know what? You sound just like my brother. My brother, you know, he said he's been saying that for months. Mandrell has been saying everybody can't come. Right? He's been saying that for a long time. He said everybody can't come. Right? I'm gonna bring him up for a little bit. You turn your camera off, Mandrell, if you want to. You don't have to have it on if you want to. But I'm gonna bring Mandrell up real quick, and because he can elaborate on this too. Tamika, give me just a second. Let me bring him up. Mandrell, what's going on, my brother?
Hey man, what's going on?
Did you hear what Tamika was just saying?
Some of it, yeah. Some of it, yeah.
Everybody can't come.
What do you mean?
That's what she's saying. Everybody can't come.
What do you mean? In what
Like,
context?
remember how you used to say that everybody, when you're making a change and you're being different and you're moving forward, everybody can't come.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you start growing up, because I say this, and just not to talk about the brother, you know, while he's not here, but at the same time, perfect example, E-Man. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, it's one of those things where if you're still thinking the same way at 30 as you did at 20, you wasted 10 years. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's just like, you know, once you start growing, your perspective changes, and you're going to start realizing that, hey, some of the stuff I've been doing is wrong. So you're going to start moving differently. And not everybody's going to move the same way you do. Some of those people are going to actually stand in contrast to what you're doing. So they can't come. You're going to have to get rid of some of your friends. Like, I mean, I don't have any of the friends that I had when I was a teenager. I don't know where those dudes are now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, man, hey, thank you too, man. You know, for saying that, man.
What are you doing so early, man? I mean,
you and Tamika,
what are we
yeah,
doing?
man. Yeah.
It's Tamika.
Oh, Tamika. Okay. A lot of people around the YouTube space call you Tamika, right? So yeah. So thank you for correcting me, Tamika. So Tamika, everybody in the chat,
You can correct them too, please.
Absolutely. The people in the chat said you are spitting this morning. The people in the chat are loving what you're saying.
Yeah, she's telling the truth. Everybody can't. She's telling the truth. Everybody can't come. I mean, you got to understand that if every Black man, regardless of height, financial status, even if they're married, if every marriage age Black man got married today, there would still be 2 million Black women left.
Are you open to polygamy? A polygyny?
Oh, he froze up on us on that one.
You know, there'll still be 2 million left. Sorry, my computer froze.
She said, "Are you open to?
No,
are
sorry,
you open to?
Yeah, sorry,
she said, are you open to polygamy?"
No, I'm not. I'm not with that.
Okay, so this is what I've been listening to.
Polygamy.
Well, yeah, or polygyny. I think that I agree that there is definitely a lot more women out here than men. Um, I personally would not like to be in a polygamy or polygynous relationship. But I am not closed mind to it. Of course, I would love to be the first wife because the first wife gets the best dibs on everything. But I look at it from a resource standpoint. If my husband is able to care for me, his children, that household, and himself, and he is already taking care of his family for retirement and on or anything, like say something happened to him tomorrow. I already know where everything is placed so that we are taken care of. If that is in place, and say we just got a lot going on and he needs an extra set of hands, or I need an extra set of hands, or he wants to, there's a purpose for this woman. Okay, it's not just because I want 5 women and that's just what I want to do. No, there's purpose for this woman. Whatever, maybe I'm incapable of having more kids and he wants more kids, or something of that nature. I will be open to sit down and have a conversation with my man. I really would. I sincerely would. Something that we can, we could work something out, have a serious conversation about, because like you said, there is more women out here than men, and y'all, the economy is just only getting worse. It's not that I don't think it's going to get any better. I think there's the great division that we've all been knowing to come, where the poor and the rich will get separated. It's going to happen. The middle class is getting decimated right now. The one key way to earn wealth in the United States was through home ownership. And because corporations have been out here buying up these homes, residential homes, they're no longer just purchasing commercial properties or, multiplexes or apartment complexes. They are purchasing residential homes, holding these homes off the market, letting the home prices go up. So it is impossible for an average two incoming, household people to buy a home. So if that's how most people are building their wealth in the United States, and that's an option that's being taken off the table, guys, it's about to get a lot harder out here than what we think it is, for real.
Absolutely.
The thing is, Tamika, that's what you're saying is absolutely true. It's the same thing back in 2008 when the market took a real steep dive, and it seemed like there was no bottom. And when Obama became president, what he actually did was stop the bleeding. He actually created a bottom to the floor where we knew we had hit. You know what I'm saying? People got mad at him for that, but it's like, okay, if you didn't do that, we'd be in way worse shape. But if you notice, the economy really hasn't recovered from that in America. It really hasn't. And I was saying, not only myself, but other people were saying this as well. The economy ain't going to recover from that. You know what I'm saying? At the time, the economy's not going to recover from this. And with this one, it's going to be the same thing. We're not really going to recover. So things are going to get worse, and they're going to kind of stay there. Unless, certain markets are going to crash. Like this housing market, there's no way it can sustain this. Not enough people making that much money to buy houses that have gone up $300,000.
Can I say one last thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all rock out and I'm gonna drop down and let the men do what they do. I agree with you, Mandrell. Huh?
No. You great this morning. Listen. Tamika, you go ahead and finish what you have to say. We'll get
you're fine. I'm just surprised to hear a woman say that. I'm just surprised to hear a woman say that.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all like, what?
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
One of the things that I was going to say was, when Obama came into office, when we now are now seeing what happened, he was able to put a bottom to it, but it was a forced and not natural correction. So it never really solved the issue. It kind of like plugged the issue. And so when the plug got pulled, now it's like, dang, okay, we had this one issue in 2000, and when did it start? Like 2007, 2006 is when you started getting some of the real, I was real young, so I don't know. Like, I just know that.
Yeah, you saw it early 2007. If you were paying attention, you could see it like February 2007. You say, okay, this is happening. And then by like April, it was like, yo, this is speeding up. Like, what is,
Yeah.
you know, yo, this is getting bad.
Yeah. So
Quick.
what Obama
And
did
August came, boom.
right. What Obama did was he put a plug. You had a hole in your tire and he plugged that hole. And that hole was plugged and it was good. But when it got turd or when it got punctured again, which he did because of the COVID-19, and then the stock market had fell, and then the major migration of the CEOs. I don't know have y'all been paying attention, but like right when COVID had came around, all the major corporation CEOs were leaving. Then that happened. Now we're in a great migration of jobs. Like people are leaving jobs. There's all of these quote unquote jobs available, but it's taking people 6 months to find a job right now. Let's talk about that. Unemployment is still high. Like what we are seeing is the unmasking of how the economy has been functioning for these last couple of years since 2008. So I don't know if there's really the market is going to correct itself, but I think that there's so many players right now who are top dogs and have a lot of stake, who is monopolizing key areas in which regular folks have the opportunity to obtain wealth and be able to build that middle class that they have disintegrated so much to where there's no more power play. There won't be any more power play for average incoming people to get these materials in order to advance themselves is what I'm saying. So there'll be a correction, but it won't be corrected enough for regular people to afford what we used to afford. Anything post 2019, guys, it's not the same. It's not going to correct itself to be the same. It's going to look different, and we need to be preparing ourselves for what that difference looks like. That's all I'm saying.
And well, appreciate your input, man. We got 8 minutes left. So what the funk? What man, what's going on, man? What is your perspective this morning?
I just want to kind of pose a solution, and I think that we're not looking at polygamy in the right way. I think that the way that public systems work, I think we know that for Black people, it's just not working well for us. I think there's too much indoctrination. The way that the society is going, we need to start building our own villages and have those people be doing homeschooling. So if you are doing polygamy, get off the table as far as like our pride or who's first. If we actually do it logically about resources, people who are lower middle class and below should absolutely be thinking of polygamy, and not just polygamy, but actually like coupling up and pairing together. Actually, like maybe 3 families into like one house. That way, you actually can be spending all your bills on one type of Wi-Fi. A lot better. And if did this, it would absolutely throw a monkey wrench in.
Yeah, you breaking up real bad. Yeah, you breaking up real bad, brother.
Did any of that make sense? What I just said?
It makes sense. Yeah, you were saying that people are looking at polygamy in the wrong way, and if they were the smart play would be to look at it as where you could have 3 families, 1 husband, 2 wives, living in the same place, and everyone pool their money and resources together, especially people who are in the middle class and below, because middle class, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's going away quick, and so yeah, I agree. It makes sense for a lot of people. A lot of people might not be with
it. It's an opportunity for homeschooling. We as a community need to really be looking at for us to be educating our own children. And it could be more than one. I think the issue is, or what we're looking is, it can be more than one man in the house as well. It can be like multiple families out. If it's sexually, I don't care. But as far as logistically, money-wise, it makes sense for us to stop doing this whole nuclear family idea and start making real smaller households. It's bunkering down while this whole shit's getting crazy.
Yeah, I caught that, Black Man.
Yeah,
he's
thank you, man. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, he was going in and out, man. But I appreciate your perspective all the time. I think next week, man, we're gonna tackle that. I think that we could tackle that next week if you guys want to come back next week, because we're getting close to me shutting this down. But I think next week we can tackle Are we in I'll probably title it somewhere in the other realm of, is polygamy making more sense in the world we live in today? And so I think we'll tackle that on next weekend, on next Saturday, when we do this again on next Saturday. All right.
Yeah, but it's only gonna be 15 minutes.
Yeah, but you know what? I may need to I may need to alter that 15 minutes, because I think these conversations are good for early morning coffee drinkers to enjoy. And so I may have to change that 15.
Yes, I like that idea. Let me go grab my cup of coffee. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? So I may even put that in there. I may change the name to that, the Unfiltered Coffee Drinkers.
I like tea in the morning in the summer though.
Yeah, so I may change it to that, because 15, the passion that we have and the mindset that Mandrell has and What the Funk and yourself and I and people like us, it's gonna take us a little bit more than 15. So I fooled myself with 15.
You most certainly did.
I did. And this was a great conversation, though. Thank you, Tamika, for being here.
Thank you, Black Man.
Your perspective is amazing. Thank you so much. Mel out next week. Be here next week, Mel, because I'm about to shut it down. But be here next week for sure. I would love to have you on, and we'll have this conversation. So, but I'll change the name of the show. It'll be changed by next week. I can't do 15. I see that now. This was an opener. Yep, I got to change it. But Tamika, you changed everything today for me, because your perspective is amazing. I'm definitely going to clip that so people can hear your perspective, and it coming from, because I think it's better when it comes from a woman. When men say the things that they want from a woman, is the women don't take it as good as what you would, what they would take it from a female. And even now, women are not taking it from females. They ready to fight you right now. So they ready to fight you right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of, I see you on other platforms, Tamika, and I'm sure you get a lot of flag from women. Like, if your perspective is like this, like, I haven't heard you say much. That's the thing, and it's like, because when I see other platforms, sometimes I kind of tune in to see what the subject is, and normally time it's like 8 people talking over each other, and then I dip out.
He said they have no class.
Tamika, can I ask you a question? On Tuesday, every first Tuesday of the month, I do ladies' night on my Talk That Talk Tuesday. And this Tuesday coming is the first Tuesday of the month, and so we're going to be talking to a panel full of women. I'll be hosting, and it's going to be this Tuesday. The subject is going to be: are there different levels of femininity, and does femininity have an on and off switch?
Ooh.
And
that's
so,
interesting.
So I would love to have you on the panel if you're okay with that.
Yes, I would love to be on the panel. What time on Tuesday?
It's going to be 8:30 Central Standard Time. If you put your email in the back in the private chat.
Tamika Tuesday. I like that. Sorry.
So it's ladies' nights on that Tuesday. So it's definitely going down. And I would love to have your perspective. I will also I'm gonna reach out to the Blooming Ebony. I think she'll be on as well, because I think she shares your perspective as well. I think I'll have a mixture. I have a mixture of women, and we're going to have this conversation, because a lot of women feel like there's different levels to femininity, and they can turn it on and off. And I personally believe that you can. And Erica, yeah, absolutely, Erica. Listen, I would love to have you on that platform as well, Erica, on Tuesday. All right, Tamika, I got it. So, so again, thank you guys. Information man, what you got for us, man? I'm gonna let you close us out, man. We got 2 minutes.
Oh no, man, I don't want to take up your time.
No, you
but
good.
I think it's a very interesting topic. I don't know if you're gonna have it where you have men and women talk about this issue, but I would love to be on the panel for this issue. This lifestyle is nothing brand new to our historical culture. There's a form of this that has been practiced through centuries. I mean, the continent of Africa, different countries in the continent of Africa, men did have more than one wife, as many of us know. But the difference is that it wasn't for sexual reasons, as a lot of us get caught up into in America. It was for a man could not have more than one wife unless he was able to prove to the family of that wife, that potential wife, that he could take care of her. He had to show certain wares, right? So you do have forms of this in Utah. The Mormons have been practicing this for a long time, where the men have more than one wife and families live in one home. Mormons have been doing this for years, and it has worked for them. But I think the slippery slope here is, and to be honest with the conversation, we have to get away. Men and women have to understand that it's more than just about the sexual pleasure of having more than one wife or one husband, because in American culture, we get really caught up in that part of it, that aspect of it, but it's bigger than that. And as a man, if you can't handle one woman and take care of one woman, then you certainly have no business trying to have multiple women. See, it's about responsibility, not just I'm a player here. And I think that's where we get caught up in our views with this issue. It is tough for people to swallow the idea of this because, you know, we're in America, but this shit goes on. It's a reality, and the truth of the matter is you need, in general, a man and a woman nowadays to kind of make it in American society, because things are getting more and more expensive. So we need to move not just by ourselves, but we need to move as a collective. So that's a really hot topic, man. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And I'm always trying to have these conversations, information, man. I'm always trying to have these conversations, brother. So anytime I have them, I will definitely reach out to you, man. And maybe me and you can work, if you're not busy on Saturdays, maybe me and you can work this thing together if you're interested. You know,
if it's a Saturday, I'll definitely be down for that. As well, brother, I will be sending you an email. I sent Sir Hale an email just yesterday. I will be bringing you onto my platform to further promote the platform that you have over here. So at some point in time, I have to get you on board on my end. But yeah, definitely a great conversation. And believe it or not, there are a lot. This sister that you have up here, and respect to her, there are a lot of women out there, a lot of black women out there, women in general, who are open to that. But it comes with conditions. You know what I'm saying? Right. So there are women that are open to it, and then of course there's going to be black women and women in general that are not going to be down with it. And a lot of times it comes with a misunderstanding. But we've been practicing this for a long time. You see it within Muslim cultures. You know, here in America, it has happened for centuries. And a lot of the reasons why you would have men that would have multiple wives too as well, or they would marry women, because you remember, men are the ones that would go off to war and fight wars, and sometimes there would be a shortage of men who would die in war and things that would happen. So that was another reason why you would have these things that would happen, as well as men. Believe it or not, when men would go off to war, and women won't like this, and centuries ago, they used to put chastity belts on women because the man did not want other men to, you know what I'm saying, right, get to the woman. I took a class when I was in college called Variations in Human Sexuality, and I was amazed by how this thing about sex has been around all the way centuries ago. Even in Egyptian culture, as black people like to connect ourselves to Egyptian culture. In Egyptian culture, if you look at the goddess like Isis and all their folklore, it has a lot of sexual connection to it in terms of how Isis was created. There's a lot of sexual, as we were talking about the sexual stuff the other night. In other cultures, sex has always been a big prominent part. And having large households of children and wives, but it comes with responsibility again. But anyway, let me get off. I'm getting a little bit over the top here.
All right. Well, listen, well, I'm going to end the show, but we'll go behind the scenes to have a conversation because Tamika wanted to address something with you behind the scenes. So if you could stay back from your information, man, that'd be great.
All right, man. I'm preparing for one of my programs this morning on my other channel, but I'll stay on while I'm doing that. I'll just mute myself.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and tell it. Matter of fact, go ahead and promote your channel, brother. Tell them what you're doing today. And how they can follow you.
Well, I have my first channel, The Information Man Show. I'll be going live over there on Sundays. I always go live on my first channel every Sunday in the afternoon, about 2 p.m. Western Time, which would be about, 4 p.m. Central Time and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I have a new channel called Info Media Live where I give tips and strategies about how to build and grow a YouTube channel. So I'm doing a morning stream on that channel this morning. So I'm going hard over there to build that channel up organically. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I just got a lot of, wear a lot of hats and things of that nature, brother. That's all.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Well, we want to support you just as much as you're supporting us. So once you send me that email, man, I'm going to come over anytime you're ready. We can schedule something and we get that started. But I'm going to end the show now, pull everybody down, and I'll end the show. All right, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Listen, the Unfiltered 15, I thought I was going to do 15 minutes or less. There's no way possible to do that in our community because we have so much to talk about. So I'm going to change the name of the show completely. So it's not going to be that anymore. But however, thank you guys for being here. I see E-Man, my brother's in the chat. Thank you, E-Man, for being here. Mel, thank you for being here. What the Funk, thank you for being here. I want to give thanks to everybody. Jenny, thank you for moderating this morning. I appreciate you, honey. The real Erica showed up today and showed out in the chat. So thank you for being here. Let's see here. Who else was here? The Information Man, of course. Cora Haga, thank you for being here. OG Patrice stopped by for a little bit. Thank you. Let's see here. Who else was in here today? Linda Morris, all the way from France. Thank you for being here. Tamika, thank you for being here. Let's see who else was in here today. Brother Red, thank you for being here. Swim Champ. I mean, we had a lot of people show up today and support the channel. Thank you, guys. If you want to donate, please donate to Black Man to the Cash App that's going down at the bottom. Or if you want to give a super chat, you can do the super chat at the bottom. If you don't have any of those to give, I understand. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That means a lot as well. Hit that like button for the algorithms. That will also help the channel grow as well. So thank you guys for coming in today. This has been Black Man Unfiltered, the Unfiltered 15. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday at 8:30 Central Standard Time on Talk Tuesday. Go ahead and set your notifications for that. So thank you so much, guys. And, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.